We're in Augusta, Georgia on an Evans general contracting site, which the building will be for GF casting for automobile manufacturing. GeoStructures is a design build company, and we specialize in ground improvement. So we're here at the Artemis facility installing ground improvement for support and settlement control for the foundations and slabs of the building. We're utilizing 3 different ground improvement techniques on this job. We're utilizing our Geopier impact piers that's supporting all the foundations and lightly loaded areas of the slab for this building. We're also installing our GeoConcrete Columns, or GCCs, which is another displacement type ground improvement utilizing ready mix. And then we're also installing continuous flight auger, or CFA, rigid inclusions to support some of the heavily loaded slabs and heavy machinery foundations for the job. When it comes to installing our Geopier impact piers, we're using a displacement mandrel similar to the rig behind us here, where we vibrate the mandrel down to depth, and we'll basically dump 57 stone down the mandrel and then build and densify the stone in lifts as we come up out of the ground. GCC is very similar. It's a little bit larger of a mandrel, but we vibrate that down to depth and then pump concrete under pressure. And then our CFA is basically drilling down to depth with that and then pumping a grout mix in behind it as we withdraw the augers. So we have approximately 2,000 impact piers on the job, which is roughly about 40,000 linear feet of impact piers installed, about 1,200 GCC elements, and somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,400 continuous flight auger rigid inclusions. So we're just shy of 30 miles worth of ground improvement underneath this job for the total of it.
You know, one of our biggest things at Geo is, safety, and when you have this many people on a pad, it becomes extra risky. Lots of pieces of equipment, so just feed that into my guys' heads every day. My biggest goal at the end of the day is to get my guys home safe to their families.
This is a much larger scale, I would say, than what our typical job is. This is definitely a really large manufacturing process, but we've done a good handful of these jobs of this size or slightly bigger up and down the East Coast for years now.